And today we are going to do a few questions that are very similar to the long questions, okay? So that you will encounter in the examinations. 咁應該咧，我覺得可能都呢部分咧，可能會係成個上學期咧最難嘅一部分嚟㗎啦，得唔得 ？OK， 咁但係咪真係好難咧？會牽涉比較多啲嘢，但係每一樣嘢咧都有啲框架係可以俾大家跟到嘅，即係話唔會係完全諗唔到點樣開始做嘅。OK， 你最多係唔記得用呢條式咁樣嘅啫，但係係有式可以跟嘅，記住。OK， 只要你温得熟嘅話咧，就一定可以做到噶啦。Okay, so let's come back to textbook page 2.23. 2.23. So I'm going to talk about example 12 today. And then I will ask you to do the instant drill number 12 and the instant drill corner. Okay. And for the Math app, the classwork, so we are still on the classwork on 18th. That is last Friday. Okay, so I'm going to talk about question number 5 and number 6 of the classwork. Okay, so that is, so let me do it for you. Okay, so we are let me see. Classwork on 18th. Okay, question number 5 and 6. And if you have done these two questions, you may listen to my explanation later. But if you have already done and having no problems about these two questions, I have added an extra classwork. Okay, about question number 46 to number 53 of the Math book. Okay, so you may try to do those long questions in the extra classwork. Okay, but now I would like to talk about example 12 first. Okay, so let me cover the solution first. So number 12, in the figure, the straight line L1, the equation of L1 is given, right? Okay, to be 4x plus 7y minus 56 equals 0. And it cuts the x-axis and the y-axis at the points P and Q respectively. Okay, so point P is the x-intercept of L1. And then point Q is the y-intercept of L1. And the straight line L2 passes through point P and point R. Okay, so part A, find the coordinates of point P and point Q. So that is the x coordinate and y x-intercept and y-intercept of L1 respectively. So for L1, because we are given the equation of L1, so there is no more secret in the straight line L1. We can find out everything, okay, from L1. Okay, so including the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Point P is the x-intercept. We can find the x-intercept by putting y equals 0 into L1. Okay, so 4x plus 7 times 0 minus 56 is equal to 0. Okay, so it's 4x minus 56 equals 0, and we'll find that x is equal to 14. Therefore, the coordinates of point P will be 14 and 0. Okay, so that is like this. And then for point Q is the y-intercept of L1. For every y-intercept, we need to put x equals 0 into the equation. So that is 4 times 0 plus 7y minus 56 equals 0. Okay, and then 7y minus 56 is equal to 0, and we'll find that y is equal to 8. Okay, and therefore, the coordinates of point Q will be 0 and 8. X is 0 and y is 8. Okay, 嗱呢度再提到大家一次，因為咧呢度唔好跟本書， 咁樣用嗰啲咩負 A over B 啊、負 C over B 啊咁樣樣 ，OK 唔好。除咗因為我上次講比較容易撈亂咗之外咧，因為咧嗱呢一個咧咩負 A over B 啊、負 C over B 嗰啲咧，只係適合用於一條直線上邊嘅 x-y intercept 嘅啫。但係我哋如果用 put y 等於0 ，put x 等於0嘅話咧，就佢無論係直線，抑或係曲線，甚至乎圓形咩形都好咧，都係咁樣計嘅。計 x intercept 就係 put y 等於0，求個 x 出嚟；計 y intercept 就係 put x 等於0，求個 y 出嚟。永遠都係咁樣嘅，所以我強烈建議大家咧係唔好跟書啊 ，x y intercept 呢部分唔好跟書 ，OK？ 即係跟我呢度，咁就係會每一樣嘢咧都係做呢個，咁樣嘅話咧，其實好簡單嘅啫 ，OK？ 一啲都唔難嘅，其實呢度 ，OK？ 咁啊，如果你跟咗書嘅話咧，你就要喺直線呢度咧又要背嗰3條公式啦，可能曲線即係第時啊，曲線嘅時候咧又要背另一條公式，跟住圓形嗰啲咧又要背另一條公式。就係會多咗好多公式嘅 ，OK？ 我哋背呢個方法得唔得？即係求 x intercept put y 等於0，求 y intercept put x 等於0 ，OK？And then part A2 find the equation of L2. Equation of L2. So what information do we have about L2? Is that we have a point P. Point P is a point on L2, and we also have point R. Point R. Okay? Is a point on on L2, but we have already found the coordinates of point P to be 14, 0. Okay, so now to find the equation of a straight line, so we are going to use this approach, point to be 14, 0, and then slope, because we have the coordinates of 2 points, so we are going to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, I think it should be equal to 3 over 7, right? Okay, so now we have point, we have slope, we can write down the equation of L2 to be y minus 0 equals 3 over 7 times x minus 14. Okay, so 7y is equal to 3 times x minus 14. 7y is equal to 3x minus 42. 0 is equal to 3x minus 7y minus 42. Therefore, we have 3x minus 7y minus 42 equals 0 as the answer. Okay, so that is the equation of L2. 都係我哋之前一直做開嗰啲求直線 equation 嘅方法同埋嘅 step 嚟嘅。OK， 好啦，跟住啦，咁呢啲長嘅題目其實會問啲咩咧？即係除咗啲 equation 之外，仲會問啲咩咧？咁咧就會即係楞埋其他我哋即係細個啲學過嘅嘢咧，去到問嘅。OK， 譬如咧 Part B。It is given that M is the midpoint of PQ. So M is the midpoint of PQ. We have the coordinates of P to be 14, 0, and coordinates of Q has also been found to be 0 and 8. Okay, M is the midpoint of PQ. We have learned how to find the coordinates of midpoint, right? Okay, so we can, so in part 1, we are going to find the coordinates of M. It is directly calculated by the midpoint formula. That is adding the x coordinates together and then divided by 2. Okay, and then adding the y coordinates together divided by 2. Okay, and then you'll find that it is equal to 7 and 4. So that is the answer of B1. Okay, B1 is like this. And then B2. 好啦，嗱呢度咧請你打粒星落去啊！因為咧呢度咧經常都會問呢啲咁嘅三角形面積嘅 ，OK？ 三角形面積啊，咁如果你呢題咧，因為打多幾粒星落先，打多幾粒星。如果你冇學過嘅話咧，冇睇過、冇諗到過嘅話咧，喺考試測驗咧都幾難自己無端端去諗出嚟嘅 ，OK？ 得唔得？呢度咧真係要打粒星啦，大家都留意啊，留意 ，OK？ 即刻明咗先好落堂今日。呢一部分，呢個係即係應該係全個上學期最難嘅嘢嚟㗎啦，最值得學習嘅嘢嚟㗎啦。OK， Find the area of triangle QRM. QRM. Where is triangle QRM? Let me use red color. 嗱，我呢度講得慢少少啊。QRM is this triangle. Okay, and I'm going to find the area of this red triangle. OK， 嗱，我哋點樣揾呢？你要記住同我哋之前揾到嘅嘢有啲咩關係嘅，因為呢條唔係獨立一條題目，我意思係揾面積呢條咧，唔係獨立一條題目，呢條係成條長題目裏邊嘅最尾個 part。我哋一定要諗翻長題目最尾個 part 同佢之前嗰啲 parts 有啲咩關係，一定係由之前嗰啲 part 咧幫你鋪排好 ，OK， 幫你揾好晒所需要嘅嘢，先至去叫你求最尾個 part 要揾嘅嘢嘅 ，OK， 好啦，呢度咧有啲咩關係咧？啱之前個 part 我哋揾到 M 嘅坐標 ，M is the midpoint, which means that QM is equal to PM，OK？ 如果係咁嘅話咧，呢一個 triangle QRM，the area of triangle QRM will be exactly equal to triangle PRM. Okay, I mean the purple triangle and the red triangle will have the same area. 點解㗎？如果你有印象，兩年前啊，唔記得咗係咪我教你哋啦 ？OK， 嗰個 Maths and Technology 嗰度咧，我就係特登想教你哋呢一樣嘢嘅。三角形，如果兩個三角形個底係拍埋一齊嘅 ，OK， 兩個三角形個底拍埋一齊，跟住咧係 share 咗第三個角嘅話咧 ，OK， 即係呢一個我叫 A1，this is A2，this is L1，this is L2。咁嘅時候咧，面積比 A1 over A2 will be equal to the base ratio。OK， L1 over L2， 面積比就會等於底嘅長度比咁樣樣。OK， 好啦，咁如果底係一樣嘅話，即係1比1啦。咁所以佢哋嘅面積比咧都會係1比1嘅。In this case, we have the red triangle and the purple triangle. The bases will be QM and PM respectively. And then they share the same third vertex. Okay, their third vertex will be the same point R. Okay, if I use QM and PM to be the base, then R will be the third vertex, common third vertex. Okay, so now the area ratio will be exactly the same as the base ratio. But now the base ratio is 1 to 1 because they are equal, which means that the area ratio is also equal to 1 to 1. OK， 底嘅長度比係1比1，所以佢哋面積比都會係1比1，即係相等。OK， 咁但係啊，我而家唔係想用紅色等於紫色，我係想咁樣睇住喎。嗱，我拆咗 A part 先啊。我咧係想做呢一樣嘢嘅。area of triangle QRM is equal to area of triangle PRM, right? Okay, so both of them will be equal to half of area of triangle PQR. Is okay? 係嘛？因為佢哋大家都係相等啦，係咪大家都係等於全個三角形 PQR 嘅一半啊 ？OK， 好啦，如果係咁嘅話咧，我哋只係需要揾到 triangle PQR 嘅面積咧，我哋就可以乘翻1/2咧，就可以計到 triangle QRM 嘅面積，即係個答案啦，係咪？好啦，但係 triangle PQR 嘅面積係點計咧？睇住咯喎。So how to find the area of a triangle? triangle PQR. The area of a triangle is equal to half times base times height. Okay, base times height divided by 2。好啦 ，triangle PQR 應該用邊個做底，邊個做高係最好咧？嗱，我而家咧再畫翻呢一個出嚟先啦。Triangle PQR is the black triangle. Is the black triangle. And then I'm going to erase the red and the purple first. Okay, so the black triangle is here. I want to calculate the area of this triangle. So I need to find out which side to be the base and then which side to be the height. Okay, in order to use the formula base times height divided by 2. Okay, 好啦，嗱，其實咧你可以用 PR 做底 ，QR 做底或者 PQ 做底，三個咧都可以揾到嘅，係咪？三條邊都可以揾到長度嘅，因為咧所有 point 嘅坐標都已經喺晒度噶啦。我哋使用 distance formula 嘅話咧，就可以計到個長度噶啦。但係如果你揀咗 PR 做底嘅話，個高點算咧？個高就係永遠都係由第3點拉一條邊落去。OK， 如果我用 PR 做底嘅話咧，個高就要係咁樣咯噃，垂直咁樣拉落去喎，係嘛？咁但係 Q 唔知乜嘢呢一個咧係點揾嘅咧？係勁難揾嘅，所以我哋唔用呢個做高。如果用 PQ 嚟去做底 ，if I use PQ to be the base, then which length should be the height? Should be from R, drawing a perpendicular line. Okay, stopping at PQ. This one should be the height. OK， 但係留意喎，呢點咧唔一定係 M 點嚟嘅喎，唔一定係 midpoint 嚟嘅噃。OK， 因為佢唔一定係 isosceles triangle 嚟嘅。So this height cannot be found easily。好啦，咁如果係咁嘅話咧，用邊個做底係最好咧？睇住咯。If we use this QR to be the base, then the height will be drawing from P perpendicular to QR to the base. Okay, perpendicular. So that is PO. Because QR is a vertical straight line, PO is horizontal straight line. So they will be automatically perpendicular to each other. Okay, so if we choose QR as the base, then PO will be the height of the triangle. 咁佢哋易唔易揾啊？超級容易啦。點解啊 ？OK， 因為咁樣。好，咁我寫咗先啦。We are going to use this. The area of triangle PQR is calculated by half times base times height, right? Okay, and then it is 1/2 times 1/2 times QR. QR is a vertical straight line. So when we want to find the length, then we just use the larger y coordinates to minus the smaller y coordinates. 8 minus -6. We do not need to use the distance formula. Okay? And then times the height. The height is PO. Okay? The height is PO. We know that the coordinates of P are 14 and 0, and the coordinates of O will be 0 and 0. They are horizontal. This is horizontal. Then, if you want to find the length, we just use the larger x coordinates to minus the smaller x coordinates. That will be 14 minus 0. Okay? So the remaining steps will be just number. Okay, just do the calculation very carefully. 1/2 times 1/2 will be 1/4 times 8 minus -6 will be 14 times 14. Okay, so that should be equal to 49. So that is the area of triangle QRM. Is it okay? 好，呢度想你俾個反應我。Okay, so I would like you to give me a response here. If you are okay for part B2, please give me a like or a clap. Okay, if you are okay for part B2, and of course for the other, okay, please give me a like or a clap. Okay, if you are not okay for any steps, please raise your hand. If you're not okay for any steps, please raise your hand. If you want me to repeat any steps, please raise your hand. Any raised hand? No. Okay, so I'm going to clear the board, and I would like you to try to do the instant drill number 12 now. Okay, so let's do the instant drill number 12. And then upload to the MATLAB web system. So I give you 8 minutes for this. Okay, let's check the answers. 好，我見到交咗嘅同學咧，絕大部分都係啱嘅。OK，咁啊，我哋都對一對啊。咁有啲我喺私聊裏邊咧，同大家講咗噶啦，即係如果我見到有邊啲位錯嘅話咧，咁你留意睇下有冇個 chat room 裏邊有冇我話俾你聽嘅 message 啊。Okay, so instant rule number 12 in a figure, the straight line L1 cuts the x-axis and y-axis at the points P and Q respectively. The straight line L2 passes through point Q and point R. And then in part A1, so we are going to find the coordinates of point P and point Q, and they are the x-intercept and y-intercept of L1 respectively. So to find P, which is the x-intercept, I will put y equals 0 into the equation of L1. Okay, so I'll find that x is equal to -6. Therefore, coordinates of P will be -6 and 0. Answer. And then to find point Q, we need to put x to be 0. Okay, so 5 times 0 minus 3y plus 30 equals 0. And then we'll find that y is equal to 10. Therefore, the coordinates of point Q will be 0 and 10. Answer. Okay, and then for A2, we are going to find the equation of L2. Now we have found point P to be -6 and 0. Okay, so -6 and 0, and then point Q to be 0 and 10. Okay, and now for equation of L2, we have 2 points. Okay, so we can use the point slope form. Okay, so I'm going to choose 0 as point, and then slope will be calculated by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to -5. Okay, and then the equation of L2 will be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so after some simplification, you'll find that it is 5x plus y minus 10 equals 0. That is equation of L2. Is that all right? And then part B, if it is given that M is the midpoint of PQ. M is the midpoint of PQ. So M is somewhere here. Okay, and then it is a midpoint. So the coordinates of M can be calculated by the midpoint formula. That is adding the x coordinates together divided by 2. Adding their y coordinates together divided by 2. So the coordinates of M will be -3 and 5. Okay, answer. B2, find the area of triangle PRM. So where is PRM? PRM is this red triangle. Okay, it's this red triangle. So because M is the midpoint of PQ, the red triangle will be the area of this red triangle will be exactly the same as this purple triangle. 嗱，有啲同學咧會用啲快啲嘅方法嘅，好似輸嗰個嘅 ，OK。咁但係呢度咧，我都想大家學埋呢一個，即係1比1，即係個底面積比等於底嘅長度比呢個方法。咁因為咧唔係好多時可以用到輸嗰個方法嘅 ，OK。咁但係咧每一次都係可以用到我呢一個面積比等於底嘅長度比嘅方法嘅， OK。咁啊呢度學埋佢。咁你即係只不過呢題佢出到係咁啱，你可以用到輸個方法，咁就即係當然係可以啦。OK， 咁但係我而家即係喺 solution 裏邊堂上面教嘅方法咧，咁就係其他所有同類題目咧都可以做到嘅。即係咁樣啊。We are going to find the area of triangle PRM. It is exactly equal to the area of triangle QRM because of their base are equal. And that will be exactly 1/2 times the area of the larger triangle, PQR. Triangle PQR. But triangle area of triangle PQR can be calculated by half times base times height. And we are going to use PR as the base and then QO as the height, because they are very easy to calculate, okay? And then that will be equal to 1/2 times 1/2 times PR will be horizontal line, that is 2 minus -6, okay? And then QO will be 10 minus 0, okay? So that will be equal to 1/4 times 8 times 10. That is equal to 20. So the answer is equal to 20. Is that okay? 記住喺坐標嘅題目裏邊冇需要寫單位，唔好寫單位，唔需要寫 square units，OK， 或者 units， 更加唔係 cm、km、m 得唔得 ？OK， 就咁寫個20，得個數值嘅啫。OK， so is there any problems? If there is no problems, then in the next lesson I will start a new section. Okay, and well, let's see you tomorrow. Okay, so that's the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye. 好，都係 M1 同學，我會完咗呢一個課堂先嘅，陣間會再入嚟嚇。